Right. Mary Moon and the Hollow Hills. Prologue. Detective Inspector Theo Ashcombe had never believed in fairies. He'd been too much of the real world, blood, lies, bad coffee, to imagine there were creatures out there with gossamer wings and a taste for mischief. Thank you, Julie. So when he found himself... Oh, thank you, side by side. Thank you. So when he found himself... That's really thrown me off my stride. Where were we? So when he found himself standing in the middle of Barrow Down at midnight, torch in hand, muttering bloody nonsense, he was already regretting receiving the call. Hey, Dan. How you doing, Bibby? A missing hiker, they said. Last seen near the ancient stone circle that the locals called the Whispering Nine. Excuse me. And you've got it. It was probably built on a graveyard. I'm good, mate. I'm good. Angel wings, they should be for Dan, surely. He's the one with the angel wings. His torchlight flickered. The mist shifted, taking on a shape. Not quite human, not quite smoke. A soft, lilting laughter drifted on the air. Then everything went white, and D.I. Theo Ashcombe vanished without a trace. Chapter 1. Moonlight Mugs and Misgivings. Mary Moon stirred honey into a steaming cup of chamomile tea, her bracelets jingling like tiny wind chimes. It was early morning in the Moon and Mortar, her little pagan shop and cafe on the edge of the South Downs. The scent of sage and cinnamon hung in the air, and outside the mist was thick and silvery, the kind that made the world seem a heartbeat away, just a heartbeat from the other world. She hummed softly as she arranged a tray of crystals, amethyst for clarity, rose quartz for love, obsidian for protection. Each stone caught the morning light, and for a moment, just a moment, she felt the quiet pulse of energy beneath her fingertips. You're doing it again, came a voice from behind her. Mary smiled. Good morning, Margaret. Her spirit guide appeared, not in any ghostly translucent way, but as a shimmer in the corner of her vision. A warm, witty presence she'd long since stopped questioning. Margaret had once been a nurse in the 40s, among other jobs, and she'd never lost her knack for sarcasm. They can be sarky, these nurses, you know. They can, they're sarky buggers. I swear, said Margaret, her voice like a crisp radio transmission from another age. Hi, Susie. If those crystals were men, you'd have married them all by now. Mary laughed. Well, they don't argue back. That's worth something. They're uncomplicated. Oh, men aren't complicated, love. Once you know what makes them tick, Margaret retorted, briefly pushing out her phantom bosom by way of explanation. The cafe door swung open with a jangle of the bell. Lena Brooks stood there, wrapped in a parka, her headphones around her neck, eyes gleaming with curiosity. Mary, you've heard, right, about Theo? The laughter faded from Mary's face. What about him? Gone. Disappeared. Last seen near Barrow Down. Police are all over it. For a moment, Mary said nothing, and the air in the cafe shifted. She felt a pressure a ripple in the unseen, something old, something not of this world. "Oh," she whispered. "Oh, Theo, you daft man." Chapter 2. The Whispering Nine. That evening, Mary stood at the edge of the Downs. "Dan is live tonight. Fantastic. 7:30, I'll be there." That evening, Mary stood at the edge of the Downs, cloak drawn tight around her shoulders. The wind whispered through the grass, carrying with it the scent of earth and rain. The stone circle rose before her, dark and ancient. Each stone was etched with lichen and time. Leaning just slightly inward, as if in secret conference, Margaret hovered at her side, figuratively speaking. "I don't like this," said Margaret. "The Fae don't play nice. They've got rules and not..." Figuratively speaking. "I don't like this," said Margaret. "The Fae don't play nice. They've got rules and none of them make bloody sense." Mary touched one of the stones, feeling its hum of power. "He's in there. I can feel him." "You can also feel a hot bath and a nice glass of wine, but here we bloody are." Mary smiled faintly and began to chant. "Circle of 9, old and true, open the gate, I'm calling to you." Circle of 9, old and true, open the gate, I'm calling to you. Circle of 9, old and true, open the gate, I'm calling to you. She placed her hands upon the flat stone, whispering the words of opening. A flicker of blue-green light ran through the carvings like veins coming alive. The world shimmered, folded, and vanished. Chapter 3. The Fey Realm. The air smelled of honey and frost, the sky too bright, too strange, like twilight caught in a jar. She stood in a forest where the trees whispered secrets in a language older than words. "Welcome to the in-between," said Margaret, her tone half awe, half compliant. "I told you they've got no sense of normal." Mary moved cautiously. Her bare feet sank into moss that glowed faintly underfoot. Ahead, she saw figures, tall, elegant, and terrible in their beauty, gathered around a silver pool. And at the edge of that pool knelt Theo Ashcombe, dazed but unharmed, his police coat oddly incongruous among the fey finery. "Detective Inspector," Mary said, softly stepping forward. He turned, eyes wide, out of a trance. "Mary, what the hell?" Before he could finish, one of the fey, pale as moonlight, eyes like shattered glass, smiled. "Ah, the witch has come to bargain." Mary straightened, her face grave, eyes blazing. "I've come to collect what's mine." "Yeah, bitch," whispered Margaret from behind her. Chapter 4. A Witch's Bargain. The Fae regarded her with languid amusement, an arrogant smile on her face. "You trade with us? Mortals who meddle in our circles pay dearly." Mary lifted her chin. "I honour the old ways. You took him across without leave. That breaks the balance. You know that. Don't play games with me." The Queen's eyes glimmered. Aeons of life sparkled within them. Clever witch. What will you offer for his return, little girl? Mary hesitated, then unclasped one of her necklaces, a silver pendant set with moonstone. It pulsed faintly, alive with energy. My mother's charm, she said. Bound with my power, you'll find it has more than enough to keep your kind entertained. Mary's mask had slipped a moment, and your kind came out like a curse. She loved all creatures equally, but she'd never liked the games that the Fae liked to play. A murmur ran through the Fae. The Queen smiled coldly, sharp and knowing, and arrogantly said, "So be it." She clapped her hands, and the world rippled once more. Epilogue. Tea and Ghosts. Hey, wasn't that going to be Lindsay's coffee shop, Tea and Ghosts? Or was that Coffee and Ghosts? Never did get off the ground, that, did it? Back in the mortal world, dawn was breaking. Mary and Theo sat outside the Moon and Mortar, wrapped in blankets, steam rising from their mugs. He looked at her with a mixture of disbelief and admiration. "I don't know what happened back there," he said slowly, "but I owe you my life." She smiled faintly. "You don't owe me anything, just maybe. Next time, don't go wandering into ancient stone circles at midnight. Or at least take someone experienced with you." He chuckled. "You've got a deal, Moon." Margaret's voice drifted through the morning air. "Oh, look at you two, all misty-eyed and repressed. Someone light a candle under you two already." Mary rolled her eyes. "Behave, Margaret." The spirit snorted. "Never." And as the sun rose over the downs, the world seemed for now at peace. But deep beneath the stones at Barrow Down, something old stirred and whispered her name. Mary Moon.